Let's go. Welcome everybody to this little first casting. You can hear normally the sound of the stream in the background. And the first game is going to be SK Vitality. We're going to see those two teams that are around the same level, even though Vitality is a bit up there. They managed to show some great fucking gameplay for this whole split, for this part of the season, even though they're supposed to be a little bit lower in terms of level. They've had some games that were really great, against Fnatic, for example. That was pretty great gameplay. So we actually believe in Vitality that they can actually do stuff. They can actually do some things, actually make a difference and win against those higher level teams. So I feel that Vitality is definitely in more of a, let's say, top 5, top 4 level, at around the spot that Koi was before at the start of the winter splits. So that's really interesting to see. SK is kind of the underdog of it all. Like, they've done so bad. They've done so bad for the winter splits. They didn't even qualify for the thing. Niski wasn't there as a mid laner. Didn't really work out, I think, if I remember well. No, he was not. It was not. He left. And now they're doing some stuff. They're having some games. And yeah, they're actually getting there. They're actually getting there, and it's actually really impressive what they've been able to accomplish. And to kind of come back in there. But we need for them to actually get into the playoffs. We need them to win. And it's just like, it's gonna be hard. Vitality is way above, in my opinion, that SK is. They have so much to show off. So right now, let me just fucking do the thing. Yeah. So yeah, I really think that what's going on right now is probably going to be a massacre in one side, but on paper, for people that really know the scene of the LEC right now these days, you would see Vitality, you would see SK and be like, yeah, that's basically like the average fight between Team A that is not really good and Team B that is not really good either, and we just like have this really close fight that happens to be one of the closest games and the most entertaining games because the teams are not that good, because one peak, one ace, and 10k lead is not enough to finish the game, because they're not good enough to actually use that lead on an enemy team to actually finish the game and just have this baseline, this kind of thing that whenever a team gets a lead, a small lead, they can snowball on it and then just like finish the game on that, like the Korean style of playing the game. And it's not really what we're gonna see there, and that's why this game could be really interesting. There's two teams not really good, but tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, but the game after that is gonna be really interesting. It's like two teams that are not really good, and then two teams that are really good on the spectrum. Thinking of LEC teams, of course, because LEC teams, as usual, we are Europe. We are getting destroyed by the Koreans, the Chinese, unless they're TES in any international events and any capacity whatsoever. We are powerless as usual, and we're probably not gonna win Worlds this year, and I don't expect to win Worlds. It's gotta be a generational leap in terms of level in the game to actually get that far. But I have hope. I just want something. I just want one thing as a KC fan. I just hope for one particular thing, is seeing KC in Worlds. SK probably never gonna go in Worlds. Not this year, not next year, not the year after. It's gonna be really hard for them. Vitality, same. Like, they're getting better, but like, it's not gonna be enough. Like, G2 are way too good, Fnatic are way too good. Those two are not gonna move away. But KC, they've made such a great comeback in one singular year. They have such great support of all their all their fans. They have such a big community behind them that I feel like KC, they just can. They just can do it. They can actually win enough to get into Worlds, even if it's like the third spot that was kind of awkward last year, taken by Koi, for example, in the play-ins. And that could be really fucking interesting. KC in Worlds is like a big change of plan. So we're gonna see. This game doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I think maybe it's gonna change. It's gonna like affect SK and Vitality chances of getting qualified into the playoffs, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Okay. Yeah, the Vitality KC game, the first game went really well, second game not so much, third game they crushed it. And that's what's really worrying about KC. Like, I've been there when KC was struggling, when KC was not even getting into the playoffs at the LEC. I've been there as a KC fan. That hurts so much. But now they have Killist, and the problem is, even though they have such a great team, such a great a great roster, basically, they still have those games that are kind of shaky. I'm just saying, still have those games that are like, oh, what's going on, like Vitality winning a game, Rogue winning a game, those type of things that don't really make sense for a team that is as good on paper, that has been second place in the first international event of the year. All those things, they don't really add up. They don't really add up to what KC is showing off. But this season is like way less of a good and bad situation. It's like, it's more of a grayscale than anything. We have all those teams that are losing, like G2 has lost their spot, their really privileged spot of first, and now it's like in between KC and Fnatic on the regular seasons, even though G2 and the actual playoffs are getting better. And what I feel is that the LEC, the Europe teams, they're getting better at BO3s, and that's what matters. They're getting better at BO3s because they're playing BO3s and the regular seasons. They're actually playing games that matters. They're training for stuff that they will have to do in actual events, and that's what's really interesting. I think that this change for the Fearless Draft is the best change they could have ever done as an entertainment perspective, basically. Because you can have all those characters, you're like, oh my god, this character is so OP, they're gonna take him, no, they take him once, poof, he's gone, never to be seen again. And in Worlds, that could be so fucking good, dude. In Worlds, Fearless Draft, it's fucking awesome. Once again, Korean people, Korean players, Korean region, LCK, they got it before us. They got all the good stuff. But this time I feel like Europe has a chance. Anyway, let's go to the draft. The bans are Kalista, that makes a lot of sense. Poppy as well, great support, great jungler, and sometimes top laner. That's really a versatile pick. A Yone as well makes a lot of sense. Maokai is really good. A Rumble, amazing team fighter in top lane, and Jace is really great as well. A little bit of a pocket pick, I feel, in the mid lane, but can be played top lane as well. So who knows?
Oh, we do. We love singing that one. We love Avenge. So then the question is, okay, your jungle.
And the first pick was the Talia. That makes a lot of sense. Talia is really strong, probably for the mid laner, and then a Vi in the jungle. That makes great picks. Great to a little bit less useful in actual games. Like not in actual game, in actual team fights, but in picking up players by their mistakes of positioning is amazing. Great engage, great character, can do a lot of damage. Victor from Arcane, once again, Arcane characters, I don't know what's going on with them, but they're really fucking good. Victor, amazing mid laner. Nico support? Nico support is not picked that much, but it is picked. I see a 10% pick rate. That's impressive. Ezreal don't have much to say about it. Really versatile ADC that can just poke really well and also get away of situations that are really complicated. Pantheon jungle, I would say jungle or top. It's really interesting. It's like it's a weird pick that I haven't seen before that much. So we're gonna see what's going on.
But he had game-winning ult, as we saw only the other week. Now Kai'Sa looks like a pairing that they want to get rid of part of the dive. Karma with the Ezreal, a classic pairing as well. And my only side note is that this draft...
I'm gonna see what's going on. And Karma is banned. Karma, Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa makes sense. They didn't pick their ADC yet. Kai'Sa's great ADC, versatile, AP, AD. They can do both. It's amazing. Great engage as well. Can escape pretty well and can do some great work. And assuming the ban from the Gnar ban, that means it's a Pantheon jungle, and that makes sense. Pantheon top not really seen in the pro league, but I would. We never know. And on Vitality's side, they're really scared of the support's loopy. The support loopy, what is he gonna pick? Jhin. Jhin is really easily picked by the Vi. The Vi could just ult the Jhin and the Jhin is dead, but the Jhin gotta stay behind, being safe from, saved by the Pantheon, by probably a support that's gonna be really no, by a support, but by a top laner that's gonna be really tanky, kind of a breather type of character.
Leona locks in. You're a little bit tankier and you can shrug off some of that poke, hopefully play for a little bit later. However, you kind of see the fact that you're not necessarily winning the 2v2.
And Gragas top. Really interesting. And what's this Zoe about? What do you mean, Zoe? Is that a Victor top? No, okay, he's just trolling. He's just trolling, okay, he's just trolling.
Q buffs as well, really good lane trading. They need a top laner, there's no way Victor's going top. For Nako, Shen would just be another piece of the puzzle. That dude's got like 13 uniques at the moment.
Aatrox is amazing for Vitality. And looking at the comps, I feel it's just like a gut feeling. I haven't analyzed anything, but I just prefer the Vitality's comp there. And Vitality is just a better team overall. I feel they've done so good compared to what they're used to do. And yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice for Vitality. SK, they do have some picks. They do have some great opportunities of actually picking up people. They don't really want to team fight that much, considering they have a great solo target damage, and they have the ult from Leona, the ult from Vi, all those things. The ult from Gragas, great to pick up people one by one and just set up the field to get those objectives and to win the game level by level, get those leads, and then win in any capacity. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. This game is really promising. We're gonna see what's going on.
These are some teams near the bottom, but again,
yeah, soon it's going to be the MSI. After this split, indeed, there's going to be the MSI, and who is going to be qualified for the MSI is probably going to be the top 1, top 2 of LEC, and it could be the usual G2 Fnatic. It could be that, but it could also be a Fnatic KC, a G2 KC, yeah, all the combinations that we can see between those three teams is like basically really possible to be seen. And that's really interesting. That's like, I love changes in those, like
I'm waiting to see
in those fields. I love to see changes, teams that are like
you still have a chance.
new
You still get
teams
to the playoffs.
getting in there, being strong, changing the meta, and it's good because we don't like things to stay the same all the time. It's not what we're really looking for. And right there, a really late engage, not late engage, late invade from Vitality, not leading to much. And it's just gonna wait for the start of the game, putting some wards here and there, the vision, the pings. They assume that Bukata is gonna start on the red side, and they're right, I think. I think they are right indeed. Genex hidden in the bush. Try to kill, to try to do some early damage to Naknako, not doing much. And Linka is basically starting in the opposite side, specifically the opposite side of his jungler counterparts. Really interesting there. What are we gonna do? Ooh, game is posed. Game is posed already. Yet again. Yet a fucking again, brother.
Okay. Well, I have been told that an investigation is in process. Now, it could be the fact that there is a fly in the studio with us now. He just will not leave. You know,
I'm gonna let you know that's probably not it, but it's great for you to mention.
But just in case it is, we'll have someone deal with that, I hope. You know, you try and show the fly the door, and he goes around it, to the side of it, underneath it or next to it, but then he comes back in.
Coming back in.
Kha'Zix is a fly, right? Well, he's more like a grasshopper.
Kha'Zix is an alien. I don't think that guy's a fly.
Yeah, Kha'Zix is not a fly. I don't know what they're talking about. He's an alien. I mean, technically he's more from the void, right?
Is he actually?
I think he's from the void, right?
You said biggest. I mean, there ain't much.
I mean, biggest is in like most relevant.
Look, I'm not
strongest
gonna lie,
resemblance.
I didn't prepare for that. I didn't do my homework on instant champions. That guy is the closest.
I'm trying to think. Probably Timo, no?
Unless you think Pix is closer with the fairy thing.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Sorry, backtracking. In what world is Timo a mosquito?
He's a little rat thing, so he's close.
That rat is not a mosquito.
Okay, don't worry, I have a computer. While we wait for the pause...
The mosquito, I would say probably Vladimir, just because he's like sucking off blood. And that's what he does. But considering he's not really an insect, I would say maybe Kog'Maw would be the one. Sho'nuff, maybe? I don't know, that's kind of weird.
Wonderful playoff stakes. We have a road show in Paris in front of a wonderful crowd. We've got some gameplay really looking
Yeah, this arena is really cool. I think it has a great setup. Amazing. Fucking amazing.
The only thing I got was like, why can't kill a mosquito? And that's a true point.
That's true. They do.
Why can't he kill a mosquito? That dude can destroy anything.
It's to show the futility of forcing your way into certain situations.
Hang on a minute.
Course, though.
We are about to jump back in. Looks like those audio issues on stage have been fixed, and you're going to get a full screen look at the game coming in shortly. So, whatever it was, it's done now. There we go. We're back in. Oh, yeah. Good to know. All right. Where do you want to start, Namir?
I want to start with what our junglers are doing, because they're starting on opposite sides of the map, and sometimes
yeah, indeed.
Heading from bot side up towards top side, Pantheon going from top side
the
down
classic.
to top side.
And Niski, like, we gotta remember, Niski's playing mage support, and he used to be the mid laner for SK, so he knows most of those players in SK. He knows if the team hasn't changed much. I think like some players are still the same. He knows some of the players, and he used to play all those mages, actually huge damage dealers, making those great plays. So he's really he knows he has a lot of experience with those characters like Nico, for example, and that's what we can really get from this new support player in Vitality's side, is that he has these great experiences with characters like Nico. So when he's playing a Nami, we don't really have that much knowledge about his experience. We don't really know if he's gonna be able to do anything and to know what he's doing, mechanically speaking, even though Nami is not really a character that is hard to play mechanically. mechanically, because of course, like any character is hard to play when you're in LEC as a regular person, as someone that has never played in pro play before. Like, I couldn't do anything that they're doing here. I'm nearly not good enough. But here, ooh, Linka, he knows, he knew, he failed his first Q somehow. Is he gonna get away? No, he's actually trying to fight back, getting in those two people that are in between. Flash in, ooh, air carrier is probably gonna die first blood for Naknako, and Naknako on an Aatrox. If the Aatrox getting fed, that's a huge problem for SK. That's a huge fucking problem. Vitality's getting that first blood. Doesn't mean anything, doesn't mean much. Probably a little bit more gold, but nothing to worry about for SK, besides the fact that Naknako has the lead, gets more gold. And just passively speaking, look at all the lanes. All the lanes are in the favor of Vitality for some reason. They're just like playing the laning phase better. And maybe a gank in the bot lane. Ooh, what's going on? What's going on? Ooh, great engage, a loopy. Probably gonna die as well, but that's a 1-for-1 that they're ready to take. The death of a support to get the kill on the ADC is exactly what SK is looking for. But that's a second kill already for Vitality. It's 2 out of 3 to get the feats of strengths in the kills, number of kills. And yeah, that's great. That's great for SK, but even better for Vitality, even though the target of the kill is not the best. Because also the kill in Vitality's side got on the support. If it was any support, any like classic support, once again, the Nami got played by Niski yesterday. And once again, if it was a Nami, oh my god, great engage for JNX. I don't think he's gonna be able to finish the job, but he has done a lot of damage. He's level 6. He used his ult already. He gonna try to dive an Aatrox level 6. That's not a good idea. I think Naknako's gonna just back for free and TP back in. You get those farm. But what I was saying is that Niski, once again, if he was playing Nami, getting the kill is probably not the best of things. But, ooh, great engage from Bukata on Zajek. Oh my god, that's so hard to say. So hard to pronounce. I'm sorry, I'm not an English speaker, natively speaking, let's say, natively, in terms of being born. So, yeah, I was saying, Niski getting those kills, getting the gold is definitely really, really cool for him, for the damage he's gonna be able to do in the fight. And once again, they kill Loopy. They get the Feast of Warfare. Oh my god, that's bloodbath. Are SK gonna be able to get away? Yes, they are. And maybe the engage on AKR. He believed he was against the actual Victor, but he was not. He was against the Nico. Great move, great plays, even though SK managed to get the Drake. The first Drake, once again, really important. It doesn't mean much, though. Doesn't mean much to the eyes of Vitality, because they're getting so much gold in there. They're getting everything. And poof, pranked. Get pranked, and then comboed once again. So Vitality getting a huge lead already, 1.2, 1.1k lead, but they just don't have the objectives yet. I think SK can still come back by just thinking of focusing on the objectives. Ooh, great engage once again, the ganks from Bukata. He's a great ganker, but is it gonna be enough with the ult of Naknako? No, Naknako just survives and keeps getting health from his ult, from his spells. That's the problem when you play against an Aatrox. He just keeps getting this health. It's so hard to shut down, and whenever he gets a kill, that resets the ult, and then he goes again. So much damage, and that's fucking awesome for Vitality. They have so much right now. They get the 3 grubs. They get the 2.7k lead. The 2 kills. That's the best outcome for them. That's amazing. And right now, most of the gold of Vitality is on Naknako with his Aatrox. Is probably going to be unkillable in the end, doing a lot of damage, basically 1v9ing fights. And that's really what we're looking for in a comp like this. Having an Naknako that is just unkillable, being in the front lane, while the Jhin is a bit in the back line, doing the damage that he can do without getting in range of the Vi, and Victor's doing basically the same thing. So that's gonna be a real problem for SK. I don't think they can really do anything about it, but who knows? Who knows? Some fights, some objectives here and there, it could really come back into the game. Okay. Wait, does the grubs? The fuck? No, it's actually, it is the plants. It is the flowers. It's the flowers. I was wondering what the fucking iron in there was, but it is actually the flowers. Let me see. Fucking.
Not to mention the 1k gold lead Aatrox, which, I mean, yeah, look, Aatrox versus Gragas. Okay, Gragas can nullify that, but I always worry about when Aatrox gets to roam, which he already has at minute 3, at minute 4. When Naknako gets to influence fights. But we're in Paris, not Rome. Ah, yes.
Let me see.
We do as the Parisians do, apparently.
We eat cheese. Yes, we do. Not today,
Yeah, we do eat cheese and indeed. I'm trying to find the fucking app. Epic Pan. I'm dumb. Epic Pan.
Flash available almost from Naknako. Respect's got to be given, and this is just again the power of an Aatrox that is leading.
Niski on this top side as well. I mean, you can count minions at this point. I mean, I hope you can count minions. He's teleporting back in. I didn't see a ping. Now coming onto turret. I mean, you could get really straight up here.
Boy, actually with a dunk down as well.
Epic Ben.
Okay, Niski's gonna stick around. They want to dive this as well.
So sorry for that. I was just trying to set up an Epic Pen thing. To
as it stands in the current standings from this game. So Escape got a rack.
Oh wait, Epic Pen is already there.
They are behind the game, but they have the tools to make a big
I'm dumb.
Hopefully get some numbers quickly to one side of the map before Vitality can respond.
Yeah, display 5, display
their own life as well. While nothing's in their
1.
hand. If you didn't hear before, obviously SK need to win desperately, then they also just have to hope the fates are on their side, but this would be just the start, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Vitality
perfect.
Now looking towards next objective. We'll see 1 minute 30 for the Herald to spawn. Looks like that's what we'll wait until as plays are just falling off for now.
Okay.
I think it's interesting, by the way, we've seen a death of the rower Victor. We do have the Blackfire Torch. It's a little bit different there. Victor, a little bit more DPS. However, if you do reach them with a Vital here, easier to kill. Might actually end up being quite impactful hit. I suppose eventually he'll go towards the Zhonya's, but doesn't have that with the early tankiness.
Well, how do they? It's because I used the wrong capture method. Playeria, okay. Anyway, back into the game. What happened? I'm sorry, I was really distracted. What happened is basically Vitality. They are at a sweet 2k lead. 2k lead. They got 3 grubs. They got a Drake. They're back in there. The only thing that they don't have much of is those little flowers. They have 2 less than the enemy team, but that's not really that huge of a difference, not gonna lie. And who's gonna get the feats of strength? Probably gonna be Vitality. Ooh, great engage once again. Naknako, he got all the gold, he got all the damage. Is he gonna kill RKR? It's gonna dive him. I think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, he's just like finishing the job really easily. He doesn't have to worry about it. And Geta can't really get in there, can't really engage on the guy. And basically what we're looking at here is
oh
my god,
giving so many early kills to Naknako as Lince has had
what the heck am I doing?
towards it. This time he doesn't even need any other teammates coming down here. Rika just ends up walking into the Aatrox, and he's so powerful now. What can you do in a 1v1?
This is like the Vitality game versus Koi. Do you remember when You know, Nako took over the game on Silas. He starts going for these 1v1s. It's not always clean League of Legends, but it's bloody impressive. He's now taking over the game, and through sides, while they leave him down there, SK are going to try and play for this. No teleport available, but it does mean that that first turret is going to fall at the 15.5-minute mark.
So with Herald's secured, Vitality rather give that gold over to the Aatrox. I mean, why not?
Why not?
A lot of work with them. Poor Grags on the other side completes the Cosmic Drive, but it's just. What can you do at this point?
Ah, it's control. Yeah, my bad. I'm trying to figure out how to make that epic pen work once again, and it's here. That's how it works, and that's how it works, and that's how it works. Perfect. So now, whenever we want to get in there, we can just like draw some stuff. Oh my God, Niski, great engage on Gen X. He's gonna die once again. Vitality's getting those picks here and there, even though they're not the team that is supposed to be getting those picks here and there. That's not how they're supposed to work, but that's how they are working right now, and that tells a lot about the level of Vitality in this game and how they've been able to do against those better teams in this split. Because SK right now, they're not in a great shape. They have just a little bit more flowers. I don't know who's gonna take the flower there. Nobody? Nobody's gonna take the flower there? Okay. The flower on the bottom. And the towers. Who got the tower? Who got the tower? Vitality got the tower first, and they got the Feast of Strengths. That's great for Vitality once again. If it was SK, could have been something. Could have been an opportunity to maybe get back into the game. But at this point, I think SK is just basically done. I mean, we never know in those lower tier teams. Maybe they can come back, but that's really hard to do. That's really hard to do. We're gonna see how it ends up being, because we haven't seen SK do a lot of team fights yet. And maybe in team fights they can actually win. They can actually get some kills, play better. But I doubt it. I doubt it a lot, because their comps is not for team fights at all. It's not really the best team comps for those fights. SK is trying to set up the Drake. Ooh, great engage on Gen X. Is it gonna be enough? Nope. Oh, but on the other hand, Niski gets shut down. That's a really great start for Vitality. Can they get away with this ult? Yes, they can. Means that's another engage. The team feels really disorganized, but oh my God, the damage on Nako getting died. Yes, Nako died. That's huge for SK. That basically means they can just free, they can go for free on the 3 last members and get this Drake that they've been looking for. That's the best outcome of a fight that they could have had. Basically getting 2 kills for free. No death on their side, killing Nako, killing Niski. Those 2 people had a huge shutdown. Nako was first death, 5-0-2, now 5-1-2. And I think that's the only chance they really have. Yeah, we can see here that Nako managed to do a great engage on Gen X, but then Loopy, meanwhile, gets on Niski, and that's fucking insane, the damage that they could do while Nako was actually distracted. And then once again, they get on Linkus, but then Linkus get away, and then as he gets away, they can just go on Nako, free DPS while the Victor. I'm sorry, I gotta say the Victor. I gotta say the Victor. Just fucking. I can't say his name. I can't say Xazek, as I just can't do that. And Karzi were occupied. We're Hawk Tua, basically, yeah. So that was the best fight, the best thing they could have done for SK. And a hope, a little glimpse of a hope for them. Maybe going further. Maybe catching up to the lead. And here we have Atakan, and they have a lot of flowers. SK has 19 flowers to 7. That's really impressive. I don't know why they have that many flowers. 22 now.
I'm going to start Atakan. I can assure you that at 20 minutes, Atakan has been the biggest throw.
22 flowers.
Since it's been introduced.
It's like we introduced a new objective. Instead, we have introduced new ways to throw it at an objective.
It's a 20-minute Baron, except a lot of teams die to it.
It was the flowchart was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's really interesting. Yeah, they wanted to stop the 20-minute Baron thing by making another objective, but people don't really realize that it is supposed to be a Baron at 20 minutes. So people don't really start this at 20 minutes, and when they do, they just die because they did so much damage, so much shred of their armor and magic resist. So yeah, SK, the lead they have on the flowers is really not substantial, is really not negligible, let's say.
We do have all of our big cooldowns up again in terms of our summoners. No flash on lenses. Really wants to hard send something. I mean, Vitality do still have an insanely powerful Aatrox.
Then we're getting at this point of the game where everything slows down, and all that happens are the big fights to get the objectives. Of course, a pick here and there can happen actually, and we see, for example, Naknako's on the same side as Gen X, 2 top laners here and there, and a little back from Xajek. So that means that could be an opportunity on SK to get on someone. Naknako's still in the top lane, but everybody, Naknako's not here. Great engage from Bukata, but this is gonna be enough. Niski's getting away. Naknako TP's way too late as they get the kill though. They get the kill on Bukata and maybe on Loopy as well. And basically what happened is that SK, they had a great timing to get the fight, to actually do something. Ooh, still not over? No, it is over, it is over. So basically, SK, they found the timing. They were like, wait a minute, we're 5 and they were 4, and the member that they don't have is Naknako, the big one, the one that is in 5 and 3 that has a 1.7k lead. That's great. That's the best opportunity of a fight we can do. And then they get in there, but they just don't have enough damage. They engage on Linkas, but it's not enough. And then Niski is gaining so much time. He's getting ulted by Gen X, but he just runs away with the invisibility. And as he does, Naknako TP's in, distracts all the members of SK while they kill Bukata and then catch up to Loopy. That's a great execution of the fight, but it's just not enough. Great start from SK, but they couldn't kill people as fast as they expected and as fast as they needed to actually win this fight. So instead, they just threw themselves at Vitality. If Naknako was not as fed as he is, he would have probably died after the TP, because 4 players were on him at the same time to DPS him, to one-shot him, and once again Loopy's getting caught into the hands of Linkus. And yeah, Loopy's having a rough game, rough game. 5 deaths already from him alone, and that seems to be a great timing to do Atakan for Vitality. They're 5. Their opponents is 4. Even though they do get this armor defense, armor and magic resist shred from the Atakan. Ooh, Niski's getting in there, but he died. That's a 1-for-1 for now, but it's a 2-for-1, and then maybe a 3-for-1, and everything is clicking, and maybe a 4-skill, yes, a quadra kill, the perfect amount of kills for a Jhin.
And a full, well, almost full team kill.
Yeah, he just got what he wanted, and then after getting the Atakan, they just get this Drake for free as well. They just keep getting stuff. SK can't seem to find a way to catch them off guard, to get them one by one. They got Niski, but at what cost? At the cost of their whole team, because when they're together, when they're packed in there, Naknako is just basically unkillable. Linkus doing a lot of damage, CCing the enemy team. the Jin Karzik is just sniping people away really easily.
And then Kazi, he can count.
Really easily, and yeah, in the end, Xajek is also from Arcane.
Like an awakened
It's just
cinematic.
like, how are you supposed to deal with this?
5.5K gold.
How?
Well, it does feel like, you know, when he bounces
yeah.
and Camille's running at him, you don't know what happens, but you know that that Jin is getting absolutely clapped. It was the opposite of the cinematic.
Did you ever, hang on a second, we might have a fight.
I'm gonna screen share my screen instead of my,
By the way, absolutely
instead of, this. So I have the little tools to, like, do the thing. Here, maybe an engage. Engage Naknako, if they can kill Naknako, maybe they can win the game, but he's unkillable. He's taking so much damage, but healing so much as well. Once again, as I said, an Aatrox that is really fed is just that big of a problem. He can't be dealt with, and that's basically going to be the end of the game for SK. And I tell he's going to win this so easily. Getting the Baron at 26 minutes is like they have 7k lead, 7.5k lead. And they just like they keep winning. They keep winning everything. I don't think there is a way for SK to win this game. But maybe still, nope, that's not gonna be enough. Bad timing. SK ADC, I haven't said the name once in this entire game. I've said Bukata, I've said RKR, I have said Gen X, I have said Luffy, but I haven't said Kadwi. I didn't even notice the guy. He hasn't done anything this entire game. And that tells a lot. That tells a lot about what's SK doing. And yeah, that's basically the outcome we expected. Seeing these two teams. Ooh, that's interesting.
The game plan just completely flies out the window.
Yeah, the lead. 4k gold lead on the Naknako. On the Aatrox. How the fuck? How the fuck? Just saying.
This guy is going to jump in and then have the survivability. Level 16 as well. I mean, he's just that strong. That vitality of building for this last fight. 10k gold lead. Defense put out. Weavers will
12k gold lead soon. Oh no, not soon. Right now. My bad. I was not watching. I'm sorry.
We're fine with it. And SK, it's their defensive maneuver that doesn't pay off.
And now you're down the Weavers Wall. Down the Ezreal too. There's a lesser cooldown. Force fatality. Keep waiting for a little bit of death rate. Hope double hits it. Yeah, that poke is
Ooh, Niski fails his engage, but does that really matter when you have Linkus that gets in there? Naknako, that's the damage. He has his ult ready for a fight. And he's just gonna stay on the top lane, push the lane at the same time to get this pressure, even pressure, and that's basically what they're gonna do to get inside the base of SK. Never mind, they just back. They just back right now, right here, right there.
When, you know, they ask Ringo, is like,
are you the best drummer in the field?
He's like, are you best drummer in the world? He's like, and what was it, John, who said he's not even the best drummer in the band?
All right, now, like, nobody can... Oh, my God. Niski. Oh, engage, maybe. Maybe the damage. No, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Oh, never mind. Maybe. Boom. 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 Yeah. That's great.
That doesn't seem too hard either.
So they use the double TPs in case.
Yeah, the yellow's like really popping out. Oh, Naknako, you see his HP bar? It's not going down. He's not going down. He's actually going up. He's healing on them. He's actually healing on them. That doesn't make sense, but it does. The most damage he's taking is from the tower. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? At this point, he's just having fun with his food, playing with it. When some teams in EU or in NA, they can't even eat food. They don't have food to eat. They're starving for a single win. Meanwhile, with Vitality, they used to be in that situation before, but they won the lottery or something. This analogy is kind of weird. They managed to get in there, and now they're rich. They're flexing on this poor little SK. And they could just end the game right now, but they don't want to take risks in there. They just want to secure the win, and there is no shame in that in those important of games. You can't really say, bro, what the fuck are you tryharding for? Is that ranked or something? Yes, it is. It's the ranked of ranked. It is pro play. So, once again. Once again.
Double off there too, and the Arcane Storm goes absolutely wild. You have some vision from SK's top in topside again, but you don't win that fight if Aatrox is there.
3 Aatroxes. Better run. SK, I mean, this one's in the
You
bag.
better run.
We had a 19,000 gold lead just the other day in LPL. It's the closest I've ever seen for it in the modern game.
I'm sorry.
19K was Harmon Life versus Gen G at the start.
12k.
Whoa.
Harmon Life.
19.8,
19k lead.
So, but the problem is now, I don't see a
Nah,
lot
I'm
of
sorry. I was not listening to
without
what they were
destroying
saying,
Nexus.
basically.
It's very unlikely at this point. That's why most of the time you look at it like a Draven and a Pike just printing money at that point.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to do that.
I feel like the only way to do it is when you ace them. You can't win for some reason because you've also entered a bit, but then all the gold's gone. You have to clear full jungle, get Baron again in a minute. Arcan's already gone. Like, it's just so hard to get it.
Not go just in there. He just takes all those risks because he doesn't care. He's just staying there. He could be staying, not doing anything, but will not die. He gets so much healing, so much everything. And they don't have the support to heal the guy. He's just doing that all on his own. That's really impressive. Just can't wait for this game to finish, because at this point I don't think SK has any chance of getting back into the game. Their characters are not really late game. You can see that maybe Talia is a little bit, Israel a little bit, but not as much as a Victor. And that's like, that's basically what we gotta take out of this game, is that just give up, dude. Give up. Like, they don't know where their enemy is, and then they're gonna get sandwiched from two sides. One side, the 4 players, the other side, Nakanako. I don't know which one is the most dangerous out of the two, and I don't really want to know. I'm too scared to know. SK? The fuck is that, dude? Nah, is that the Flash date? No, it's not the Flash. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's their inhibitor. The SK inhibitor on there. Oh, great engage. Once again. Ooh, Niski format ult. Oh my god, that was nuts. He died, but he died as a hero, and they basically can finish the job. Carzzy getting those kills. Nakanako, and they just clean the team. They wipe them. Vitality. Niski's probably unpacking his stuff already, cracking his knuckles to take a break, sipping a little bit of those gamer tears from his enemy. And that's the end. A 33-minute game that's rather fast. Nakanaka's killing himself under the frigging fountain. Yeah, well played in the B mode, because Vitality's is the beehive. It is the bee.
Player stakes really high in this one. It is great to see Vitality come out swinging and set the tone for this series. SK, we thought after yesterday's games, would likely be in a bit of a difficult scenario. Now they have to come back from 1-0.
Yeah, that's rough.
Match point in our best of 3 feelers over in Paris. Vitality, can they sink their claws in to round out the series after this?
I don't think Vitality can do it. No, I don't think SK can do it. Vitality is way better than that of a team. They had such a great improvement from what they were before. And right now they're doing great. They're actually competing, winning games against those better teams, and that's really impressive. I think that there is a huge step up in the level that we have in EU, thanks to the Fearless draft, thanks to the BO3s forced into the main split. It's amazing. And we're going into the second game. Three first bans. Yone makes sense once again. Jace once again. Maokai once again. But this time the Jax and Varus in Vitality's side. They're scared of those two picks. And Jax, that kind of makes sense. He's really scaling well into the late game. A great top laner. Varus can do great picks as well. And with already Ezreal and Jhin gone, they gotta choose between those things, but Rumble open.
The guy right now, he looks very tired.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. But like Rumble open, of course, is gonna get picked by Nako that had the Aatrox last game. Rumble this time. Two great picks that can do a lot of damage, basically carry the game almost 1v9. Oh, Corki on SK's side. Ooh, Blitzcrank. Oh, no, not Blitzcrank. What's going on? Nidalee? Fiddlesticks? Karthus? Bro, give me a break. Naafiri don't make sense. Naafiri is really fucking strong. Sejuani.
First rule of casting is you never talk about the hovers.
Yeah,
the hovers are there to troll.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but I'm getting baited all the time, you know, I'm getting baited all the time. Sejuani makes sense. Really great engage, great tank. Naafiri, on the other hand, as I was saying, Naafiri is great pick, 35% pick rate. It's a great character in this meta right now, and taking a lot right now. For now, I really prefer Vitality's comp and a Kesa that was banned previous game. So yeah, once again, an ADC that is really strong. The problem is with Kesa that you want a lot of CC, and right now you don't have any to get like the stacks in. Ooh, Gwen on the top lane, pick that we see more and more these days, is really interesting. That can basically win fights on her own. Nice. And now the bans, Ryze. Ryze, of course, the mid laner on Vitality's side hasn't been picked yet. Ryze makes sense, even though I would have thought of maybe other picks that are more meta, that are more in the meta right now. I don't know. Ryze makes sense. He's not like really off meta then, but at the same time, Renata though, of course, with characters like, I mean, Naafiri's not doing a lot of auto attacks, but just the fact that the enemy team is CC'd for a bit is huge. They can they can be useful. Renata players are just useful by being there and having their ults in any fights. Yeah. That's basically, they just exist and then oof, win fights, and that's the power of Renata. And Ahri is also a great mid laner, but I don't feel like it's the most OP one and the best one meta wise these days. I'm not sure. Kind of confused. Azir made much more sense. Yone made much more sense. Victor is not there anymore because he was played the last game and was really strong, even though he was not the one doing the whole thing, doing the biggest damage, getting the most lead. And a Tristana, is that a Tristana mid or ADC? I'm not sure, because they have Corki already. Corki can be an ADC, but he can be a mid laner. And Corki, it's either Corki and Tristana mid, and we just go back to like last year's meta, where like every game you would see Tristana mid, Corki mid, Tristana mid, Corki mid, Tristana mid, Corki mid, and you'll be like, stop it. And now we have Fearless Draft, so like this game, they have Tristana and Corki. We can never see them again in this series. So it's gonna be great. And we have a Puppy that was banned last game. Probably Puppy supports. And ooh, what the? An Annie mid? 0% win rate, 2.1% ban, 2.1% pick. That's okay. Actually getting to see some really great picks here and there. And Loopy's gonna go for an Alistar. Alistar would make a lot of sense. They need a little more frontline, great engage, 50% pick and ban rates. Amazing. But he can be blocked by the puppy, by the way. So that's probably not the best of comp in terms of matchup in the bot lane. But considering the whole comp, the entirety of the comp, it's let me see. The most AP damage they have is on the Gwen that does true damage. Max health true damage, I think. If I'm not mistaken. And it's definitely enough for SK. But if the Gwen is not good in her game, it's probably gonna have not enough damage to just finish the job. Great engage, great front line, 2 ADCs. Not too bad, but Vitality, they have Rumble. They have Rumble, they have the Fury, they have those like buzzwords of champions, basically. They have the champions that are like known to be good. And yeah, that's worrying. But they have the Annie as well, and Annie gotta prove her, like, is still not really good. Haven't seen great Annie games yet. So okay.
In game one, and we're being used to saying that, like, yes, Vitality can really flub, but also
going for the one-shot build on the Annie. Annie electrocute, doing the combo, one-shotting someone, maybe stunning a bunch of people. Puppy is really interesting, I feel, as a support. Ooh, great engage on RKR, and he just dies for free, giving the kill to the mid laner on Vitality's side. And once again, I feel like SK's not focused enough. Like, they're just giving it away like that. That doesn't really make sense. But you know what? Vitality's gonna take it. Is gonna get the early lead. And yeah. Basically putting pressure into this team that is already really stressed out by the first game they had. And the fact that they're supposed to be worse. Locked playoffs. Guarantee GX a tiebreaker. Guarantee them a tiebreaker. And SKBDS and are fully eliminated.
It'll be between Heretics, Vitality, and Giant X. And again, guaranteeing them a tiebreaker, Nightmare, like, that's also a very big deal.
Yeah, so this has a lot of stakes. I love this. Man, this is awesome that they have this thing. Like, they say, like, if this team wins, basically they got this thing. Vitality winning would make a lot more sense, but would screw up a lot of the other teams. What situation they are in. Oh, my knee. I'm just eating chocolate. Right now, he just is Zajic having the early lead. It's great. Great for Vitality. But it's not as impactful of as, like, I don't know, Link is getting the first kill or Karzi getting the first kill. So I think it's like not the worst situation ever. The damage, though, is pretty neat from Niski on Kedri this time. Ooh, yeah! The lane is just so free for Zajic. He's getting so much damage in, and the electrocute proc, once again. RKR gotta leave the lane. He's getting destroyed. And that's certainly not good for SK. I know they're having a lot of trouble, and I was thinking about, like, at the start of the draft, I was thinking that Karzi didn't have a lot of CCs for his stacks, but we have the Annie, we have the Puppy, and those two are definitely enough. Because the Poppy just dashing on someone counts as a CC, even if they're not stunned on the wall. And ooh, Bukata maybe getting engaged on Naknako, taking a lot of damage, getting stunned, and that's probably gonna kill for Gen X. Is that gonna be enough? I think he's gonna flash away. Not even at the flash stun! Bukata's probably gonna die! And Sashik's getting a second kill and maybe a third one! This initiative of a gank is just so bad for SK. They just couldn't finish the job enough, like fast enough. That's already 3-0 for Vitality, already 3-0, and now a quick flash from Karzi to dodge the engage from Loopy. That's huge. Xaja getting more kills, more gold for free. GNX, the only AP damage, NSK is in 0-1. This is not looking good for SK. I think it's probably gonna be already the end. I don't wanna be prematurely saying that, but it's like it's probably gonna be a win for Fatality, probably 2-0. Who knows though? Who knows? Because when we have those lower level teams, we have more chances of seeing comebacks and actual unpredictable moments in games.
She's like a core of the game. One of the first 30 champions or something, right? I know the joke.
The only person that has a lead on SK side is the ADC. 39 gold lead. Not enough. 60. Oh, 25. Yeah, it's like it doesn't mean anything. Funny enough though, with the 3 assists, and the one death that GNX got, it's basically even in the top lane. So I think GNX is not there. He's not dead yet. He's not out of the game yet. He's still like evening out with the lead of CS he has. But Naknako is starting to bully the guy,
You likely build Malignance into
forcing him out. Ooh, Bukata maybe for the lane gank. Lane gank, maybe. He's like, okay, if I lane gank, maybe I'm not gonna get counter ganked and I'm not gonna lose. Oh, he's seen. He's being seen already, and too bad. Time loss. That's sad. Naknako managed to place the ward at the right timing. That was crazy. Meanwhile, Vitality's like, wait, the jungler is on the top line. That's a free fucking Drake. And they're absolutely right. That is a free fucking Drake that SK notices way too late. And ooh, great engage from Niski. Maybe it's gonna be enough. I don't think. He has a dash out. He can get away. He just flashes out. Simple. Simple.
Again, as soon as that Poppy holds W, you just can't escape. Seems like the same way with the whole competition.
Dajek 1v3 and the shutdown goes to Bukata. But meanwhile in the bot lane, Lenkus dives basically Kedui, and Naknako finished the job on Bukata and basically 1 kill, a shutdown. Not gonna lie, it's a shutdown, okay. It's a shutdown for SK, but at the same time, they sacrifice so much for this 1 kill. 2 kills for Vitality, and it's 5-1 already, almost 2k lead at 7 minutes into the game. SK are so cooked, and ooh, maybe a trap in there. Yep, get pranked, motherfuckers. What are you gonna do, run away? I don't think you can. And that's a kill. A reset on the ult, and once again the damage is insane. Ilinka, is he gonna finish the job? No, he dies. That's huge. That's huge for Kedui, but not enough. That's still 2 kills for 1 once again. Like, come on. Vitality's just like dabbing on them. It feels as much of a stomp as I don't know, G2 would be against teams like SK or Vitality, as a matter of fact. But Vitality is they're like way better. They're miles beyond. And it didn't feel like that before. Like before this year, EU seemed to be kind of like you have Jisoo Fnatic, on the top, and then all the rest of the teams that are basically like anything could happen between those teams, like team winning against the other. Even though you could see a pattern, you could see like a little like leaderboard of those teams and be like, well, technically BDS is way better than SK, and that makes sense. But it was not at this point. Like, the gap between a team like Vitality and SK was not that big. And right now, we see, like, Vitality actually crushing SK, not giving them a chance. They just got it figured out. And I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the BO3s that they added into the league, into the regular season, that are training them, and they're getting better, and maybe they were losing on those like BO1s and never had the chance to play as much and get the training. But I feel that right now EU is jacked up. His EU is like actually on steroids right now, and I'm really hyped for MSI to see an actual international event that is not kind of cringe and not like kind of goofy like what we had in First Stand, where that was the most goofy international event ever. Seeing KC, it's not like they didn't deserve. It's like they were against teams that just let's just say TES being TES, being TES, the Flying Oysters being the Giga Chat that they think they are, but not enough. And HLE just being like, well, we're HLE, so I guess we'll win. It's just no stakes, not much. Nothing interesting just happened. Oh, Naknako, oh my god, the damage on it, RKR. Is he gonna just finish the job? Oh my god, it's so fucking close. Then he gets the flash in and the kill. Meanwhile, the 4v4 on the top side. It's not 4v4 really, because they got a kill on Niski. It's a 3v4 on the top side. Ooh, Naknako is probably gonna get killed by the Janex. Janex getting a kill. That's huge. That's huge for SK. That's huge. They can't really escape. He could have killed himself under the tower, but maybe he didn't see the TP. He didn't see the TP in. By the way, I've noticed something while watching the games. I've noticed that oh god. Stop showing me this. Get away. Get away. I've noticed that the little thing in there. How do I choose the side of the dots? Anyway, the little flowers in there. It's actually the number of flowers they got. It's not the number of objectives. I thought it was the objectives, but it's actually the flowers. I haven't seen much of LEC these days, so I was not really in touch with what's happening with the overlay, and that's great. We actually needed that, because the flowers, they're a difference. They're a big difference. And right now, getting this Drake. Meanwhile, we see the ball lane top against a 1v2 situation. Maybe a fight could happen here. Who knows? Who knows? But right now, the jungler's just getting this Drake for free. Oh, Kata is doing a lot of damage. But that's not gonna be enough. He stuns. Oh, maybe. Oh, nope. They can't really finish the job. They can't really do anything. SK, once again. And right now, the feats of strength and the hands of Vitality. With the 2k lead, feats of strength, they got all the objectives. These just like, first game SK, they got a couple of stuff here and there. They got the first Drake. They sacrificed on a couple of kills, but they got the first Drake. They were fighting back. Here it's not the case. We see Vitality is doing so great. Getting the kills, getting everything. Oh, Link is probably gonna die maybe. Ooh, Carzzy! Okay, he got the kill. But he died. A shutdown for AKR. And still doesn't really change anything of the situation of the game. Doesn't really change much. Like, SK still no objectives, 5 kills, 2k behind. Vitality's getting everything. It's way less close than I anticipated. It's such a like one-way game. I don't know. I don't really know.
SK not only losing the fight, they lose on both solo lanes. Genex, he's not even gonna be able to walk up
Vitality's probably gonna take that second tower. Ready. Ready 2 towers on a Vitality side. They got 1 bot lane. Gonna get this 1 top lane before the first tower gets destroyed by SK. Usually what happens in those games is that even if the 2 teams are not that close, like 1 team is actually winning, usually you see like the first team getting the team in the lead getting the first tower, and then the other team is like getting the tower, their first tower a little bit later. But no, oh, great engage though from Loopy. 1v2, is it gonna be enough though? The damage from Genex is pretty good, but is it gonna finish the job? Ooh, yes, it seems to be the case. Genex getting a second kill. I don't think it's gonna do much though. I don't think it's gonna do much.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Bye-bye.
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 I don't think it's gonna do much, but like we gotta think about the team fights. We haven't seen much team fights in the, from SK and Vitality in there. It's usually picks that are way more way betterly executed. I don't even know how to say that. Doing like they're executed in a way better way. That's oh my god, fire! Damn, that was nice. And yeah, basically like the lead is all blue in there. Even the support, even Niski is in 0-1-4, has a 1 little assist. And Niski, talking about Niski, gets in there, and that's the power of a Poppy support, is that she can just get in there, stun someone on a wall, and then pow, the ult from Karzi gets into the person, and it's already 1v2. Like, coming from nowhere, stunning the guy, boom, 1v2 already. And that's like such a great, strong combo. I haven't seen much. Trying to stop them from getting the first tower, their first tower, but they still get it after Vitality took 2 already, and looking to get 3. Yeah, they got 3, never mind. Oh, Nagaro, maybe he's gonna die. Yes, he's gonna die, but what does that cost? That costs the number, a great number of 4 people, 1v4, and even 1 dies. Like, what do you mean? SK, when they want to get something, they gotta be 1v4, and even that, they like one of them dies. Oh, maybe Niski's gonna die. Yes, Niski's gonna die as well. SK's getting some kills, getting some gold here and there, but it doesn't seem to matter in terms of kills. This game seems way closer, but in like actually, it's not at all. Like, if you didn't check the number of the gold difference, the objectives and stuff, you would think that okay, SK, they could come back, but it's like way worse than last game. Yeah, Niski kind of hinted there because it's Niski. What do you expect? Trying to cancel back, but nope, everybody's still here. And he gets the object permanence. He really said object permanence, Niski, when he doesn't see someone, he forgets about them. That's basically it, yes. But in the meanwhile, they managed to kill Loopy once again. Oh my god, Kidwi managed to get a lead. 2 gold lead, that's huge. Oh, never mind. Already gone. 2 gold lead for 2 seconds, but already gone. Yes.
Why did you click on the thing? My dude.
Go around. Can you make it?
Oh, he tried. He didn't have his driver license. And SK trying to get their first objective, maybe. Can they do it? The damage from their 2 ADCs plus Gwen is certainly huge, but that's not going to stop Linkus from trying to get there. Ooh, and the fight gets in. Niski's kind of low. They got the Drake. Can they really run away like that? SK getting away with it? Ooh, it seems the case because they're in 45. Never mind, Linkus. Ults, gets a reset, gets in there, get a kill once again. And it's basically, oh my god, the flash in from Xajek is fucking nuts. And the damage. Oh my god, Karzi! Bro, they're they're just flexing. They're just flexing on them. Fuck, dude. Bro, Vitality's destroying them so much that we're gonna be on schedule for the G2 KC game. When you're on schedule for an LEC game, you know there is something going on. Like, dude. Yo. Okay. Yeah, like just the first kill that Linkus got there was basically the final thing that allowed Vitality to get back in there, and then the stun flush. Oh, fucking insane. Fucking insane. Niski stuns, but no, doesn't stun. Doesn't stun. He can't stun. He can't stun. Doesn't have the right to stun. 7.2k lead. Once again, maybe Vitality is gonna get a second game of 2k lead. No, not 2k lead, 10k lead. The first game was a 10k plus lead from Vitality. Finished in 30 minutes. This one seemed to be probably ending faster.
Vitality, as we said at the start of the series, like they have brought their pieces together quickly, rather than the English I was speaking before. And the best part is that now, like Linces, who's weaving in between, Nako, Trike, even Kazi, they're all just...
Vitality is getting in the side, the enemy jungler side. 3v3, maybe 4v3. Ooh, great engage as he dashes in. And Linkus, he can just flash away. Ooh, he doesn't die. That's crazy. The amount of healing he got. And Zajic though, Zajic dies. Zajic dies. SK, they're not done. They're like, hey, we're still there. We're still doing things. Maybe something can happen. Who knows? Who knows? But it doesn't feel like it. I mean, the comp for SK is, I feel, better to like come back than the previous one they had last game. Ooh, Loopy, great engage. Loopy's killing Nako, and then maybe Linkus. Nope, he dies. And Karzi still in there. Whoa, Linkus! Yoink! Jumping from one enemy to another. Okay, never mind there. Never mind. I was like, oh, maybe SK can come back. Who knows? Nope. Linkus being like, whoa, 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 whoa. And just like biting them down one by one. Yeah. That seemed to be a great start of a fight from JNX. Getting the shutdown on Zajic. Getting a great engage on Nako. Because they seem to be starting the Atakan, but not really. And then, hey, Nako, how about you knock no? And then he dies. And then Linkus was like, well, I am a dog. What a dog doing? And he was just doing the thing. That's crazy. Linkus is just too fed at this point. 181, 3.7k lead. 3.7. Who can stop him? Who can stop him? And now he's unkillable as well because he got the death dance. He's just gonna run away so fast, so easily. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I mean, SK, they have one thing they have in the lead is the number of flowers. They do love the flowers. They are flower people. They love nature. And I can give them that. And that's kind of ironic from Vitality. Literally the bee team. Their symbol, their mascot is a bee. And they got less flowers. That doesn't make sense. Just saying, that doesn't make sense. But it doesn't matter. It's not who gets the most flowers wins the game. So I guess they sacrificed the flowers to get a spot in the playoffs. And I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be the case. I think, considering what they're telling about the stakes and stuff, I think like less teams are getting into the playoffs. Am I right? Am I wrong? Like it's less than top 8. Maybe.
Yes, same, top 8.
It's still top 8? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Because I feel like they're like so guaranteed in. But I guess no.
it's amazing what crowds actually do on that note as well, right?
Yeah,
like KC playing unreal yesterday in front of their home crowd. Koi, when we watched them play out of their minds only the other week in Spain. And to say the same of Giant X since being in front of that crowd. There is something in the life of these crowds that these players are getting reinvigorated. And they're the best League of Legends.
I think it just reminds me of what esports is about.
What's going on, Irish?
Building something bigger
Just
out
a
of the fans
ranked
who get
game.
Ah, is your rank? Are you in Vitality's team or SK team in the red game? Oh my God, Classic! He just gets in there. He's probably gonna die though. It was a great engage, but is it gonna be enough? Great ult, and now Linkus is like, oh, let the dogs out. Ooh. Bro, Linkus is just he's just flexing. He's just flexing in ranked. Bro, he's just playing solo queue. Link is just playing solo queue. He's like, yeah, plus 12 LP, guys. I got a bad MMR, you know, but plus 12 LP. That like even SK. That's the problem in this game. Is like SK. They get engaged. They get some great engage. They're like 4 in there, 4, and it's still not enough. Like they still gotta sacrifice so much to get like 2 kills. Not even 2 kills, 1 kill. 1 kill, 4 death. It's like, why? What the fuck is going on?
That's really the message that I'm getting out of these 2 games again. 10.5k gold lead. Oh, no. Triggers.
Oh my God! Once again, getting T-burst. They're getting killed by the bears, by the dogs, by the yordles. Oh my God. Yeah, they just gotta run away. They can't do anything else, and this time they managed to get all out of the fight before dying, but that means only one thing for Vitality. That means they get a Baron. A Baron. You be daring to get the Baron. And SK, they're gonna try to stop them, but that's not gonna work. That's not gonna happen. Vitality, they're like, nah. But oh, maybe. Bukata. Nope. Bukata gone. Never mind. Yeet. And that's just free. And Linkus, he's there. He has the ult. He has everything. No, he doesn't have the ult, but he's just doing the thing. He's just doing the thing. And 12k lead, 12.7k lead. That's nuts. Bruh, like at first I saw Bukata in the thing, and I was like, okay, he's in the pit. He can do something. Maybe he can steal. Who knows? Maybe the huge comeback. And every time I see maybe SK, I feel like the KC fan I was last year. Every time I see SK like trying something, I'm like, yeah, maybe. And then nope. Niski's like, get back in there. Get back in your base. Niski's being like Donald Trump, like putting people out of the country because they're not from there. It's like, nope, this is not your territory anymore. Fuck you. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Again, I'll say it. This is unlosable for Vitality.
Yeah, this isn't losable for Vitality. He said the U word. He's like, it's unlosable. Unlosable.
SK now defending their base, much like last game. When you're now in this situation, particularly against the Baron buff, when you're hemmed into the walls of your base, you lose all your jungle camps, you get all the way.
Not me
so
doing.
you start bleeding out slowly.
Not me doing Elder Drake while my team is just finishing it.
Trying to think of a pun on
Nice.
Couldn't think of anything more. This is the best I've got here today.
Come on, Irish, you can do it.
Been really fun on the
Pave the way, put your back into it.
Irish Bezos.
Yeah. Irish Bezos. Man, I wish I had enough money to just afford Pokemon cards. Bro, they just decide to drop their fucking best sets. Like, bro, you can't do that to me, dude.
13k now, the lead. Dragon Soul about to be up and taken. SK gonna try and
Like a Bukata.
It'll be 1-5 with an open inhibitor mid with all the waves channeling in. Look at top. Top has a gigantic wave with Nako having TP, Chayak almost the same. Hex Drake just taken in the river they stand.
Yeah, Vitality, they got the soul. They get the soul, and they just get in there. Linkus, once again, 1 kill. How about you get 2 kills? 2 kills. How about you get more? Oh, never mind. There's nothing left. Nothing. Not even the support. Loopy dies. He was in Thailand, but now he's here, and now he's dead. He's going back to Thailand. That's not the same one. That's not the same Loopy. Anyway.
Uh-oh. Poor Teemo's keyboard.
Yeah. Poor Teemo. And now, finally, Vitality's just winning and getting in there. And basically, they almost guarantee have their spot into playoffs, and that's great. That's great for them. They've done a great job this split. They actually step up. Oh, Dwagby. He's a big streamer, big French streamer, and he's like he's hosting a bunch of like the shows. So like when there's a big event, he's usually called by the organizers to like just hype up people and like present the team. They'll be like, and this time we have Vitality, and then everyone's like, ah, and then next, give it up for SK, wow! And yeah, that's basically him. He's there because we're in France. Yeah, France. Anyway, Vitality just secured the dub, secured the win. Their win. So that was pretty great from them. Great game. Once again, I feel like Vitality's up there. Like they're getting onto the level of BDS or even beyond. I feel like at this point, the top 5, it's top 4 is definitely like around like Fnatic, G2, KC, then Koi's a bit below. Then Vitality is like almost at the spot of Koi, almost at the level of Koi, and then you have all the other teams like BDS, and then like the Heretics and stuff. Like Vitality's getting there. I don't know. OMG Niski, my dream. Anyway, this is the end of the match. Vitality SK went all according to plan, but like there was way more than expected.